So this is going to be the final video on FC24. It's been a long year and to be honest, I am so surprised it has gone this quickly. Now, the first things first, I normally do this every year and kind of go through my final club tour, everything that I've done, maybe a little bit of an opinion, but I did want to check on last year. So I've got the video from last year popped up here already. Obviously, I don't want to go through it all. I'm just going to kind of skim through a little bit of it because mainly I'm interested to know what squad I actually finished with because I think this year, as much as I've enjoyed the game, I think it's been definitely a game that a lot of people have enjoyed and the cards have been fantastic. The ending feels slightly less. Like, I felt like the final kind of month, I've barely even touched it. And I was interested, did I have that same approach last year? And I want to see my final team that I actually finished with. The club, as always, depending on how much you grind in SBCs, you can obviously get already up there. That's a little bit awkward, but in terms of the final, we've got 99 Lewandowski, 98 Rashford. We've managed to get the Messi in there as well. So, 98 Garrincha, 98 Ronaldinho, Zidane, Pele, Yaya, Lucio. Okay, have we got a bench on here as well? I don't know if I even put the bench in, to be honest. How on earth did I stretch a 10-minute video and I've only gone through the actual team? I mean, I'm probably talking about the other players as well. Yeah, okay, I'm going through the whole club also, so I don't really go for a bench. Now, that's the team that we went for. Now, this is the kind of team that I've got as well. Now, I definitely have not grinded as much as what I should have done to finish off this game, and to be honest, I think it's down to just the amount of SBCs grinding that we've got. Like, realistically, you could have made the full end God squad from the SBCs we've got now. Like, they're literally just these SBCs. So, for instance, there's a Saka. I haven't finished Ronaldo. There is obviously a Messi. There's an Mbappe. They are people that I haven't got already. I don't even know if I've got Messi, actually. I might have. Yaya Toure would be a great one. Peter Crouch Janola's a good one. Hansen 99. Rolfo left back. Then, that's not even the icons. You've got R9, Ham. You've got a bit of Bobby Moore if you wanted. A Eusebio. Maldini is obviously up there in terms of centre-backs. 99 Lahm, Raul, Cruyff, Pele, Rivaldo, Vieira, the whole shebang. And even Hullet, Rio, Kaka. So I haven't really bothered with them because I just found no need for it. Realistically, when I did a lot of the SBCs in the previous year, I barely played with any of them. I barely got a game in them. Most of them are pretty much just packed or SBC fresh, and I've barely even touched them. So I thought this year, what's the point? Like, genuinely, I'm quite happy with what I've got. I've managed to see out the final few games, the final few weeks as well. So let's go in and just see. We'll just call it final. Because I'm interested, let me know, did you grind everything this year? Or have you found a decline in the end of the game? And I don't know if that's purely on the Festival of Foot being quite long and quite gruesome in terms of the grinding aspect of it. Or has it just been FUT is not as good this year? So, obviously, goalkeeper, we do have the 99, so we'll go for the highest rated, but we'll go through each position as well. My favourite this year has definitely been Schmeichel. I don't think there's any question there for me. Obviously, Czech's pretty good as well. We've used Alisson, Oblak, Casillas. We'll obviously go for the 99 because he's 99, but definitely Schmeichel has been my number one in this. Right back-wise, it's an easy one. Again, not played any games with him. We've utilised a loan previously, and we've obviously had to get rid of it. But we've used the loan. We've used his team of the season. Been a fantastic card all year. Walker, on the other hand, we got him during the Festival of Foot. Been phenomenal for the most part of it. Arejo's been fantastic. Llorente, I don't think I've used. Battle, I don't think I've used. So when it comes to these top end kind of end game right backs, I'm not really bothered with them because there's just been no point. Walker has been phenomenal in that spot, and we knew as soon as Frimpong got that 99, he was always going to be there. Centre-back wise, again, very interesting. We did already have Rio, so he's been fantastic. And then obviously Virgil van Dijk has been an absolute saviour for this. Team of the season, we've had him absolutely in there. I don't know why Adama can play centre-back as well. That's just a random one. Arejo has been fantastic. Diaz was definitely one I would have played with if I didn't get him too late. Renard, again, incredible. From her team of the year, she's been sensational. in this game. And then we kind of go a bit further back. You've got a few decent ones. Marquinhos has always been up there. Laporte as an SBC. Marquez, Ake, even a cheeky Harry Maguire. Why not? There has been so many good names. And Ramos being one of my favourites to play with this year completely. Left back has definitely been my star favourite. Got him very much on the first day he was released. Very, very happy with Ferland Mendy. I don't think anybody could question that. We have already got Rolfo as well, managed to pack her, so she's not necessarily in it as well. Now, we do normally play in a 4-2... What are we playing? A 4-2-4 just to get the chemistry. So we got the left wing, right wing. And obviously I do move it back into a 4-4-2 mid game as well. So into my midfield, we are obviously going for, if I go midfield just to make sure, let's get rid of these loans because they're just jarring as anything. There we go, loans off. So the first one is obviously going to be Bellingham. He didn't quite get his 99 this year, but he has been incredible. Genuinely incredible. Now, obviously, next to him, I've had to go with another icon. We did manage to get Vieira, who, again, is an absolute just saviour in this midfield. Olmo, Musiala, Odegaard, De Bruyne, all being 98 cams that have been wonderful to have a go with. Obviously, Nico Williams was great during Festival of Foot. Fabian Ruiz, a cheeky Rodri that made the team. Valverde was there for a little bit of it, but he got out-replaced very quickly when Bellingham and Vieira both joined in. And Modric, he kind of had a very much a review territory period, and that's literally about it for him. Right wing on this hand, though, we've got a few options. Obviously, now we have managed to get a Sophia Smith. I haven't given her a game, but we have used her loan in previous games or when she first came out. Again, outstanding striker there. Now, I definitely would be interested to go with a mix of players, but she would be my right wing at this point, purely to get the strikers in that I want to, but she is absolutely incredible in the game. Left wing, we didn't quite manage to get my Neymar. It's just a bit unfortunate, but 99 Son will have to do here. We have got Kurt and Swanson as bench players if we really wanted to. And when it comes to the striking roles, then it's quite an easy one for me because we've got so many talented strikers. Obviously, Sammy Kerr could be in there, Nunez, Pushgas, and I think normally I do go for Pushgas and Nunez. Again, I didn't really grind for Haaland, so there's a big one out. We have got Di Natale, we've got a Ribery that we could put on the left. You've obviously got Werner, who's incredible again. And to be fair, this is where it lacks down because Messi, Ronaldo, Mbappe, R9 would all take that centre spot quite easily. Vinny was obviously a big pack from the team of the season, which I absolutely loved. And I think in terms of this team, it would still give the money to go, but when we kind of look at what we can do in SBCs, realistically, my obviously goalkeeper would change, but I'd keep probably the same back line. I don't think I'd change that. I'd definitely be going for Mbappe and probably R9 up front. If Messi can play right wing, he'd go there. Maybe even get a cam in for him as well. And to be fair, CR7 would go left wing just to get him in. So it's kind of like a big one on the SBC front. If you're looking for FC25 coins, LootBar has started their first subscription service. You can go onto their website and subscribe for FC25 coins, and with this you'll be sent an email that gives you an extra 5% off on your very first order. This is in addition to the 8% off coupon that is available on your one order to start with. Then from there, you have got LootBar being one of the cheapest in FC24 and then continuing to be one of the cheapest on the market for FC25. So with all that said and done, subscribe to LootBar now and enjoy 5% off discount when we get into FC25. And that just goes down to how much you want to grind the game. So Ronaldo can't go in that left wing, but I think Nunez could. We could obviously swap him. Messi can go in that cam. Again, we would just swap him out, really. And then, to be fair, Mbappe can go left wing. So we could put one of them in the striking role. We could then go ahead and just add another striker or a right wing in there to be able to get them in. So it'd be quite an easy one. Yaya Toure could go in, but Vieira's been absolutely insane. I'd probably say it would be like R9 would go in, and then realistically it would be like Hullet would have to go over Vieira. I think Vieira, Hullet and Bellingham together would be sensational, and that's really one of the best teams that you could make. There's not too much more that you could add into that because we've got the keeper that we like. The back line, to be fair, is good. The only thing you could probably increase is maybe getting the 99 Virgil. Other than that, we're pretty golden. I'd maybe take a Theo Hernandez, a 98 over him, but Hull and Bellingham would be more than enough in my opinion. We'd then have, for instance, Messi, R9, Mbappe, Ronaldo. You could add Cruyff into there if you prefer, and that's pretty much all you'd need to make the complete God squad. In terms of what we've got concept-wise then, so obviously we said with Virgil, he'd be one. I think it'd be more of a collection front more so than anything with these 99s. Like, I would love a 99 Beckham, but he's definitely not getting in that top squad. Mia Hamm could be argued as well, I must admit. Lucio could be a 99 over Rio, depends on what you kind of personally prefer. Both of them are absolutely top game centre-backs, 100%. Sauer, not really going to get the game time she wants. I suppose as well, actually, Pele's kind of missed there. We could put him over somebody if we needed to, but to be fair, I don't really think there's too many positions I'd want him in. Alvarez is obviously there, De Ligt's there, Pedri. But as we go down, the big thing this year is the fact that there is so many 99s, it's unbelievable. Salah's obviously up there. Neymar would 100% get in, but again, I'd have to drop Messi or Ronaldo, really. Or I suppose R9, but realistically, no one's dropping Mbappe. So that's a big one. And the big thing with this is how many cards has been upgraded compared to last year. Like how many 99s versus FIFA 24, 23 versus the 98s, the 97s, the 96. I feel like we've had a massive spread of cards this year, like Ox with a 97, Doku's got one. We've obviously then got the women involved, so they've managed to get some extra cards that have never been in the game before. Navas, Dempsey, Ribery, Walker, Bide, all at 97. There is so many kind of sporadic players, even like Bentancur, and I know the Copa America and obviously the Euros have helped in that because they've given them a platform to add nations, random leagues, random players into the absolute masses, and I think it's worked well. I just find the end of the game is slightly getting a little bit tedious. And I don't know if that's the progression of the team, because realistically, most of your teams have been in very, very good shape past Team of the Year, even some cases before. If I have a look at some specials that we've got in the lower end, we pretty much had a very much a harder team to upgrade from like the first month or 2 months. And most definitely the added addition of evolutions has added a secondary objective. But when we look at a lot of these low end cards, like realistically, none of these got into the team even from then. Like we look at the radioactives, we look at a lot of the squad foundations, even some of the bog standard evos that we did. None of them got in. Absolutely. Like obviously the one that I'll never forget is obviously Ansu. He did incredibly well on a review, which will always be why I keep him in this club. And I try and keep a few players. Like, it's interesting to see the SBCs that I've done or not done, icon SBCs or loans that I've done, and then we go into the different eras, and we can see as we go up the Beats Haaland, the Heroes, then we go into the obviously the Festival of Foot Evo cards. That was a great hit in the game, and I think definitely if they carry on with this evolution basis, adding more cards to the game, the only thing I think is missing for next year, whether they do it, it's not confirmed. And I think that is purely going over the 99 rated. I don't know how it works, and I think everybody is absolutely on the edge of their seats ready for it. I don't know how they implement it, because surely at some point there's a cap. If it's not 99, it's 105, it's 110. We would still get to that same place where we've got 27, 105 rated cards, and it makes no sense. The only way I think you could potentially draw away from it, longer time to evolve cards or to upgrade cards, and maybe starting them less, which we know is not happening this year. Maybe starting, like for instance, Mbappe being the number 1 rated card, started him at an 85. He's still the number 1 card, but it's going to take him a lot longer to get to that 99. It's the only thing I can think, but then they have got that bronze, silver, gold absolutely down to a T, so I don't know where they go with it. Now, obviously, Evolutions is going to be a big part of next year, so we will go into that factor as soon as the game's out. Let me know down below if you are grinding this game out still. Are you still playing games, or is that it for you? Let me know down below. It's been a great year, and hopefully FC25 just continues on the journey. Peace.